Jacqueline, Craig, and Marcus was willing to assist me in that regard. Tasha, Renika, Andrea, if y'all want to get on a call with me as well, we can get that get those stories activated. And from there, we spoke on about the Zoom meeting I missed. So we could talk about that. You could recap that for us, Craig, with German. I know that was an amazing situation. I missed it, but I've been checking it out on the YouTube. It's definitely posted on the YouTube. And so far, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 members in here. And we're moving right along. All right, guys. Barcode, Power Mondays. What's going on?
And also, if you can, Craig, make sure you do. I need to get you my email. I don't think I sent it, but send that video over so I can get it uploaded to the Barcode YouTube.
Yeah, I need to do that through the Google Docs, and I am in the process of converting from my old computer to my new computer. So. Okay. I need to get logged on my old one and get that opened up so you can access it, because it's an hour-long video. So I need to put it up where you can pull it. Juanita said that her
my daughter can pull it.
Her daughter knows how to pull it straight from YouTube. I don't know, maybe she can tell you how to do that, and you can pull it straight from YouTube and won't have to get it off Google Docs. If not, I can do that. That's fine.
Either way, that's cool.
Can I throw out a couple housekeeping things real quick just before we get started, so you guys are aware of a couple things?
We started, Craig. Go on. It's your floor.
So originally, when we were a small group, the idea was just to give everybody the same permissions for this Discord, so that everybody had the ability to make new rooms, rename rooms, pretty much any of the moderator type stuff. But as the group has gotten bigger, a couple of us talked about it. Just want to make sure the original founders were aware of it and okay with it. So yellow names are for the original group that actually showed up for the first couple meetings.
Absolutely.
Green names are for any members. Blue names are for guests, like TIMUR's with us. So he actually is a member of this Discord. If he ever wanted to come back in here, he can come back in here as a guest. He doesn't have any moderator. Not that we're worried about him, but in the event someone else we brought in as a guest for whatever reason,
right?
They can't come in and change the name of anything, do anything. Green names do not have the moderator abilities, but they have any normal member privileges. And it's not to say that someone with a green name couldn't be promoted later based on their attendance and their whatever the word I'm looking for, participation. Yes. There is one other role. It's a purple role. It's going to be for squad leaders. And when we get into some of these project things, and we might have one person that's kind of taking the lead and has a few people working with them on something, there's no other extra abilities it does. It's just a color recognition just to show that one's got some extra responsibilities in the group.
Yeah,
that's going to be purple. I did add a couple other rooms to the Discord. If you look up above voice chat, you'll see there is a Founders HQ. If you have a yellow hat, you can get in there. That's just for room business, to be able to go in there and talk about stuff for the actual, for the Discord and for the group. Barcode project information, the other room I made, that's going to be when we have different structured things we're going to put out there for the whole group, so people can go in there we'll pin those messages. It's more or less a little bulletin board to post stuff as we step through making a website and kind of what the progress is. Also, everybody, that link that Mr. Stark posted there, you want to make sure you get Trello. There's a Trello board for Barcode. And as we work on stuff, we will kind of keep track. Think of it as a large cork board with a bunch of Post-it notes on it that how we'll keep track of what we're working on, who's working on what. And there's also cards on there for each member. I will go in there and add the new members, make new cards for them. And you can go in and click on your card with your name on it and fill out your information, including email, Twitter, all that stuff. You'll see other people's cards, how to do it. So I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware of all the changes.
Awesome, Craig. Thank you. Love it.
Oh, hey, Mary.
Anyone have anything to say? You guys know I'm taking notes, so I'm not really speaking, but
definitely, I think we should do.
I just wanted to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay.
But who's that, Marcus?
Mm-hmm.
I think I think Chris was actually about to speak. I'll let him go ahead first.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Thanks. It was just about the Trello link. I'm not sure if it's just for PC. I never really used Trello. Go. I never really used Trello, so it just said that the link was not working.
The first one he put out, I think, was the wrong one, but you have to have a sign in for Trello.
Okay.
I recommend if you can, you have a PC, right? Obviously, for coding and stuff. Aside from
no, I don't laugh at me. I actually have a Mac.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, I think you can do Trello's for Mac too.
Team Mac. Team Mac.
I got a Mac.
Team Mac, brother.
Right.
Yeah, you just want to sign.
You in good
sign
company.
in, create a profile, and get on there, and then just get up with one of us. We can get you the link again, or just come back in the Discord and click on the link. Trello is just like I said, it's almost like a big cork board for us as a group to keep track of who's working on what.
Right. Okay.
So Chris, is that Chris?
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Chris, our last meeting, Craig again was so kind enough to get on a screen share with us and actually showed us how we implement the information on the Trello. So you could kind of navigate aside from the Discord app and go online and look up Trello and sign in and just create your profile and drop us a link to your Trello, and vice versa. We can kind of find you once you create your. If we
get his email address, we can actually invite him to our Trello board.
That's correct.
Okay. I'm gonna while we're talking, I'm gonna kind of multitask. I'm gonna set it up.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. That's how we like. That's kind of how. That's the gist of being on Discord, Chris. For you, you're new to this Discord, as we all were initially, and so this just allows us to operate all together. So Craig could kind of go into detail as to how we can move this call to a video call and then screen share. So like we can all see each other's screens and kind of navigate through things all together. We were doing that initially on our first 2 meetings. Tonight, the power meeting's more so for us to really talk. Thursday, we go into TeamCheckin where we screen share a bit more. Mm-hmm. So don't worry.
We're probably, as the group is getting bigger, we're probably going to have to utilize Zoom because
Absolutely.
Zoom, the free Zoom has a 40-minute 10 minutes lifetime of a meeting, which is fine.
Yeah.
But we can have up to 100 people. So what we probably will do is when we're doing something screen share as a group, we'll probably use Zoom.
If it's small enough, we could use Discord. If it gets bigger, cool, Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom has that built-in whiteboard or the screen share. Like if you had,
yes.
I did a study session last night on Zoom, and it worked. Some the screen share and the whiteboard. It was dope.
And if we absolutely have to, like we was talking about before, if we need to kind of like do a staging beforehand, we can start off in here, and then from here, since it is a limited time frame on Zoom, we'll go in there to do all the screen share work. So if we have to prep in here, we can do that, so we don't waste time.
What may be something we could figure it out, but maybe we could start the meeting in here, get the minutes going, and then move everybody over to Zoom for the screen share portion or whatever when we do use it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But as a study, as a helping tool for studying, if you're in the Discord or you're talking to somebody, maybe you're on the phone with them, and you're talking about, like me and Marcus the other day, we're talking about some JavaScript stuff, and you can just come in here, you right-click their name, like you're going to send them a message, and then you start a call with them, start a video call. Yeah. And basically, you can even do a small group with 2, 3, 4, 5 people in it. It doesn't have to be a full group of 10. It could be 2 or more people. So feel free to use that anytime you need to. If you're talking code with somebody, you want to show them something, even if you're just talking and you want to be video talking, go in and make a group and start a call and do it.
Right.
It's all here. You can use it.
So just another tool, Chris.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Just another tool. So where we're at now, Craig, with so we did let's talk about German's experience. So that's part of our experience. So we labeled our talks.
Well, hey, Juanita, before we do that, can we with everybody in the group just kind of introduce I think it's 3 new people currently right now.
There's 3 new people. Okay, great. Go on.
Mary, of course, Will, Chris. Doesn't have to be long. Just maybe just a little bit about yourself and what brought you to the group.
Yes.
Hi, my name's Mary Tessick. Thank you for having me here. I finally figured out how to join you guys.
Welcome.
I'm doing the coding with my daughter, my 24-year-old daughter. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
But I'm a total newbie. But so far I'm enjoying, and every day I'm learning. So it's slow, but it's marvelous.
You have any background, Mary? Like,
I did real estate. I own a physical therapy clinic. I know how to learn, and I know how to give myself a command and do it.
I hear that.
I love that.
Yes. Love it.
I think we should make Scotty talk. He never talks.
Scotty never talk, right? Scotty. All right, who's next?
We know Chris got a mic. Let Chris go next.
Okay, I'll go. My name's Chris. I have 0 experience in coding. I have 0 background. I have 0 experience, but I'm a fast learner. I'm learning that fast learner stuff really doesn't apply here in coding. It's a completely different language, but I'm not gonna give up. I'm just, like I was saying earlier, just looking for people, like myself, like-minded individuals to build with. I'm a self-taught graphic designer, videographer, photographer. I built cell phone towers for a few years, so I'm not afraid to tackle anything. I've climbed towers in excess of like 500 to 600 feet, and dangled up there and installed antennas and radios, all that type of stuff. So if you have a cell phone with any of the major cell phone carriers and you're anywhere in the Midwest, you're welcome. I'll probably build a tower that made it possible for you.
You're welcome.
Talk to everybody. But I'm looking to learn a new skill, a new skill set that carry me, really, really far. And this tech boom that we're in is not even that old. Like we're right here. We are able to get in front of it. You know what I mean? And actually make a difference. And kind of be a part of history. I don't want to sound cheesy, but that's how I feel. This is a relatively young and new industry, and I just want to learn as much as possible and go as far as possible. So that's about it.
Awesome. Welcome. We got you.
Before we go on, I like that one. I like you threw that in there because we are already part of history. TIMUR was letting us know that we are one of the founding squads, pretty much, from Career Karma. So that's definitely a accolade we already have. Be a part of the blueprint to the squad setup. It's definitely good. On that in there.
Congratulations on that. That's dope.
Yeah, and hey guys, I'm still on the call. When I chime in, just a lot of what you guys are doing. What I was telling Marcus on the call a few days ago too was, we're trying to build something, not just Ruben Archer and I, but all of us, something that doesn't exist before, but it's definitely needed, right? And what FFT Squad did with starting their group, what you guys are all doing with having your one-on-one calls, having these types of calls, like that's something that we never would have imagined, but you're doing it. And if it's working for you, that means it will work for thousands of other people who will come behind you. So keep doing what you're doing, provide feedback to us, and you're literally helping Career Karma lay the foundation to help the next 10 million people, 100 million people to do the same thing. So you're definitely on the ground level right now, laying the foundation for how squads are going to work for the next decades. So Great job, everyone.
No pressure though.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Timur. Man, big ups to the CK coaches, man. You guys are out there pushing and really phenomenally breaking into startups. Like, the break-in is real, the movement is felt, and the experience is wonderful. So thank you. There's not enough thank you like I could possibly do.
Yeah, none of us would be in here talking to each other right now if it wasn't for you, your brother, and Ruben. So we appreciate you.
And someone's gonna tell you the same thing in a year, because you all are helping a lot of people now that we wouldn't have been able to help, and it's all about just keeping that ball rolling. And you guys are gonna be the next leaders, helping other people from your communities do the same thing.
Well, I was gonna say, I can't remember if it's on the Career Karma app or on the website. If you go to the actual website, or if it's breaking the startup. So one of them, you guys have this little animation where it shows a person reaching down and helping the person below them up. And I try to keep that in mind. That's kind of what we're here for. We're here to help each other, pull each other up to the next level, and the next group and the next group, and that trickle down to where it's like a chain of army ants helping each other cross a river. You know what I'm saying? We got to help each other, where we can't get there by ourselves. Yeah.
And not to beat a dead horse, but if you think about the internet, it's only really been around for the last 20 years, and we're still in the early days of people just inventing what the future is going to be like, right? And we all, with Career Karma, we're pretty much building what communities are going to be like online for the next 10, 20 years, because what you all are doing, you all are from different parts of the country, different backgrounds, different ages, but you have something in common and you're helping each other do this. This is something that's truly magical that doesn't exist anywhere else online. And once we see exactly how it's working, we'll just replicate it to help so many more people who can get this new opportunity to just chase their dreams. Nice. So keep up the good work, everyone.
Thank you so much, man. I'm excited. I see Scotty Mike. I see Scotty Mike on and off. What up, Scotty?
Hello, can you hear me?
Is that Will? Hey, Will.
Hey.
Hey, Will.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you for having me. My name is Will, and I don't have too much experience in coding. I tried to attend the university doing cloud computing, actually, and had a life-turning event where I couldn't actually go, so it never happened. But it's something I've always, not always, but have always I've always liked technology, as far as like messing with like phones, everything from back in the day, trying to put hangers in TVs to give it a clearer channel, everything. Those types of things. I've always been the person in the house where mommy and daddy says, "Can you fix this?" or "Can you do this?" They called me to do it. So everything from model cars, just taking things apart, putting them together. I like those type of things. And just been in and out of the corporate world far too long, and kind of want to plant something for myself, and along the way find some people who are like-minded. I have an entrepreneurial mind. I don't think that just going to work every day is it. I don't think that's life. So I like to think. I think very deeply, and I like to turn a lot of nothings into something. I'm a writer, so I think a lot all the time, and I'm very descriptive in my writing. So hopefully that transfer in coding, and I can be successful. So that's really it for me. My background has really been writing, and things of that sort. That's always going to be a hobby of mine. But I'm a man who likes many things, and I like to put my hand. I don't like to keep my hand in one pot. So I'm all for it. I have the time, I have the energy, and I'm ready to go.
I hear you. Yeah. Thanks, Will.
Welcome, Will. Welcome.
I love it. So, guys, as you guys know, I am the energy of this
The life of the party.
Why? Okay? I'm bringing the energy. So I need y'all energy.
She's had a good day, and the positive energy is bursting.
Yeah, it definitely is. Hey, Scott, what's goody, man? We haven't heard from you yet. Can you hear us?
I saw the mic a second ago, Scotty. Come on. There it is. What's up?
Is there maybe something wrong with the mic?
Settings. Yeah, maybe. Settings are not set up or something's off.
Turn your volume up.
If you have an issue, just type in the room. Let us know so we know that you have a.
Yeah, we in a text and a whole tech group. We'll get your joint right on.
Oh yeah, definitely. While he's doing that though, I want to side note. Nita, can you take a note for a reminder to do? I'll do it if I have to. Do it if everybody wants me to. One-on-ones or at least like a separate group call to get all the new people caught up with the Trello board. So, because like two people were saying they're inexperienced, but we have our little system to tell where everybody is. So I want to get them up to speed on the Trello board, but I don't want to spend too much time backtracking during the meeting.
I had an idea with the one-on-ones if it would help. Just a suggestion for people that actually have Discord now and are using it. The one-on-ones on the phone are great, but if the number of people that have come into the group, I was going to say if anybody wants to do maybe 3 or 4 people want to call, like in one of the group parties, we could talk and get to know each other. If anybody's okay with that, or if you feel like you'd rather do the one-on-one. Just because I know there's a lot of people, a lot of calls to make, and trying to get time.
I think they should do it still over time. In all honesty, in my opinion, it doesn't have to be anything that's rushed. I know a lot of us we already initially spoke, but especially if we talking about for the long term, definitely just over time, just reach out to people and just have a conversation with them. It's not something that's on the board that has to be done by a specific time or anything.
That's fine. I just was throwing that out there in case anybody was having a difficult time getting to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
But definitely, I mean, still find as many ways as possible. That's going to benefit.
Or if you don't feel comfortable putting out your phone number or whatever, you can always do a call, one-on-one call, even through Discord through one of the.
Yeah, definitely so.
You can do it in one of these voice channels. We got voice chat 1, 2, 3, and then this one is just called Barcode Squad Assemble, but the other ones work the same. So if anybody goes into one of the others, you can talk to everyone.
So it's split. We got all the intros in. Mary, Will, Chris.
Scott is having issues with his volume, just because he said he got 1% on his phone. So we can definitely try that another time.
I was gonna tell him if he can't get the mic working, if he wants to, he could type out a quick little synopsis of how his little story. If not, we could definitely swing back around to it, do another intro next meeting. Either one.
Definitely.
We can get his mic working offline.
All right,
cool. Come over Juanita's and use her mic.
So just out of curiosity, because I'm not really well versed at Trello, would one of you, maybe Craig or Juanita or Mr. Stark, would y'all be able to get with the new people and kind of assist them with the Trello board?
Yeah, I apologize. Like I said, I just literally today plugged in this new PC, so I still have to get all my bookmarks on my stuff. The Trello board, Jay put the link for it in the main Discord chat.
Yep.
If you're on your PC, you should be able to click that, go to it. You have to log in, either create a login or use like your Google login or whatever. And then if we have your email address, if you put your email in chat, we can send you an invite, and it'll bring you right to the Barcode Trello board. And we did it last week, so I mean, it shouldn't be difficult to get it done again. I just don't have the.
We keep
stuff.
saying the Trello board. So, Marcus, are you saying that we need to explain what Trello board is?
Not right now. I'm just saying because it's only like 3 people. Instead of doing it during the meeting, maybe just have like a off one hand and do a visual with them.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. We could put a reminder in the notes, and Juanita, I'll sit down with everybody one-on-one.
So Trello board is where we do that. It's where we put these little reminders at, for example.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll go to Trello and just drop those. I'll just drop those reminders. Like I owe notes from last week. I'll just go and dump it because I already typed it out. And
yeah,
so
I was just telling him to actually go through the board with them, just to kind of show them the setup and how it works, so on and so forth. So.
Yeah, we need their email address so we can invite them to the board, and then that should pull them right through to have to create and sign in to get to it, and then they should be on there with the rest of us, and then we can definitely talk to them and explain what it is and why we use it and how we use it.
Yeah, so that being said, can Mary and Will and I think Scotty post your emails, and I will get you guys invite links right now, and if we can go through it, like I said, we can do that afterwards one-on-one. Or I'll start another group call and just walk everybody that's new through it on what's on there, how we set it up, and how we all contribute, our part. Going forward, we keep using Trello board like everybody's saying because it's going to be where we structure our pretty much all of our thoughts as a group. And going forward, we'll all be needing to get familiar with Trello board along with a few other key websites like
GitHub.
GitHub. Yeah. So
Okay,
we're all going to catch up to speed on that.
I made Scotty, Mary, Will, and Chris all have a card made on Trello.
Nice.
Once you get to the Trello board, the Barcode Trello board, on the left side there, you'll see a list of people's names. Just click on the one with your name and just fill out whatever information in there you want. If you need any help at all, just let us know.
And I'll reshare.
You can look at other people's cards if you want to kind of get an idea.
Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Chris had already shared his email, so I just reshared it again down at the bottom, so it would be at the very bottom.
Yep.
I haven't figured out how to put my email in, but it's my name at gmail.com, marytessic@gmail.com, one word.
Okay, so let's work on Mary's, guys. Mary, click on your name. Go on ahead and click on your name.
Okay, and then put on chat,
So it opened up. Did it open up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, send message. Got it. Thank you. Well, why is it not? It's not sending message.
No. You don't want to send a message. Just you clicked on your name on the board.
Yes.
You found your name.
Yes.
Okay. You opened it.
Yes.
And it should say Mary, description, add comment, activity. You see that?
Barcode Advantage.
Are you on Discord or are you on Trello, on our Trello board?
On Discord.
She's on Discord talking about putting her email.
She can give you the walkthrough for Discord. Trello. So I typed in your email and it says you joined.
Okay.
Trello should be a big green screen with white cards on it.
Yeah, a big green screen, Mary.
No, I don't. Sorry.
One second. All you got to do is go ahead and click this link. I'm going to post right now. Okay.
It probably doesn't really make too big a difference, but these labels like the HTML, the CSS, and the JavaScript, is this what we're working on, or is this like what we're already well-versed in?
Last week we put those on there and people could label their own card as far as what they feel comfortable with. So later, if we go to pair people up to work on stuff, we can try to take someone that feels somewhat confident, maybe with somebody that doesn't, so they can learn from each other and also be able to work on a project. But this way, it kind of was giving us an idea of who is in what category of what they feel like they'd be okay to work on something. It was something we were working on last week, just as a labeling system, where you could self-label yourself, and you could always change those colors later if you feel better about JavaScript later or whatever.
Right.
So if you are a total beginner and you don't feel comfortable right now with anything, don't worry about it. Don't put a label. But I promise you, you're in the right place, and we're going to start coloring up that card for you as soon as we can. All right.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound funny or anything, but even though I'm really inexperienced, I read somewhere where it's good to stay in that place, like that certain level of discomfort, so it'll kind of make it to where, like, when you have those small victories, you will celebrate them. But
even if you don't have color, Chris, you're gonna be working on the project. So trust me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you uncomfortable. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. No, trust me, we're all gonna be sweating by the time we get this going. I promise. We're all gonna be sweating. But don't worry about the colors. That was just something we were trying to self-label ourselves last week to get an idea kind of where everybody feels like they're sitting. And I just want to say, I joke, you just get now meeting me, man. I joke around a lot. Don't seriously.
No, I joke around a lot too. So it's
all right,
okay. I got a deep sense of humor. It's all good.
All right, cool. Yeah, trust me, we're all here for the same reason, and we're not going to leave nobody behind. Okay, we're going to make sure if you're showing up, and granted, stuff happens. Not everybody's going to be able to make every meeting, but if you're showing up and you're participating, there's a place for you here, and there's hands welcome to help you go forward.
That's super dope.
And if you got, and this is the other thing, and this is a group, like for real group. So if you got any ideas on how we can help each other do this better, by all means. Like Juanita does notes that she shares with everybody. She goes back and posts them, and she is a beast of a note taker. They are very helpful. So like Craig was saying, if anybody misses a meeting, reading her notes is a really good way to get caught up. We got a few people out today that they will just get a copy of the notes and we could fill them in on whatever details. But if you got any ideas that'll help us as a team, everybody, please speak up. Don't hesitate, ever. And no idea is a bad idea at all.
Yep, we're all down for input, man. We're the ones you hear talk the most, the ones that are coordinating stuff. It's only because somebody's got to do it. I mean, I would much rather sit here and listen to somebody else tell us what to do. Trust me. Yep.
You're gonna get tired of hearing Craig say he talks too much, even though he keeps talking. But none of us want him to stop. Is the funny part. That's the thing that's funny.
Yep. I keep talking, but nobody stops me. It's crazy.
Hey, stop.
But yeah. So any ideas?
And I just wanted to take a quick moment. Shout out. Complete respect. Awesome job, Marcus. The animation you did for the barcode. You saw it blow up on Twitter, man. Ruben was even talking about it. So good job on that, man. I think he jumped on that within a day or two and had it done. And we used it already. So good job, man.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Barcode's in. Yes.
And I want to thank also Mr. Stark, because he came on. We got on the screen. Not only just I fixed a little bit of it while he was on the screen, but we also worked on the actual logo. So he gave me some ideas in fixing that. So I actually have that completed. I just haven't shared it yet. And we also created, like, for once we do the page, I created a BAC squad actual logo. So it'll have that for that page, the title of that page. So made a couple other logos as well in addition to that, just to kind of accent for the page once we get to that point.
Like we said before, that the logo that's on this Discord, that black background with the Avengers and code brackets and the barcode thing, that literally was thrown together while we were just talking in chat. I think it took me maybe 7 minutes to throw that together. So if you're making something else, whatever, by all means, that's not got to be a permanent thing. That was something we threw together just to have, something at the time. So good job, man.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Another thing. What is the Twitter handle? Like the Twitter, so I can follow you.
Barcode Avengers.
I'll post that too, actually. It's at Barcode Avengers, but I will put that in the Discord also.
Mm-hmm. And once you get on Trello, who was that? Chris asking?
Yes.
Whoever was just asking. Once you get on Trello too, those cards that we're talking about, it's got everybody's name. That's where you can put your email, your phone number, your Twitter, whatever too. So that's how we can keep up with if you need to contact somebody or whatever, that's where each person's information, whatever information you feel like putting on there.
Yeah, so for example, if you want to click on Craig's card that says Craig Odin Wadding, click on it and then open it and mock it. If do the same with Juanita's card, do the same with Jaquaine's card. Go around and navigate.
Yep. Everybody's info is on their card. That's where we want to ultimately get to. So we have like a centralized spot for everybody's shared contact info. Some people got phone numbers. If you don't want to put yours, that's fine. Emails, social media handles, the Git accounts, Twitter handles. Those are kind of crucial. Those are definitely good to share. At least the Git account and the Trello. We should all have each other added, just so we can all keep those, in circulation, because we definitely want to build the portfolios around those, being two of the big things we're all going to take away from this, not only as a group but individually. So that's good to have.
Before the meeting's over, I don't know, whenever you guys want to talk about it, I do want to go over something about the project too.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm definitely waiting on that. We just wanted to knock these small intros and
yeah, I just want to bring it up now so I don't forget.
Oh yeah, I wrote it down though.
Okay, whenever. So, what else we got?
So, just a recap for everyone that's new. Again, if you're in the Discord app and you see you're in the chat room, if you scroll all the way up, I think it's capable of showing you prior conversations. So use that to your best ability to kind of go back to the beginning of this. We've only been in this is our third week, like third Monday. You know what I mean? So there's absolute notes in there. There's phone numbers, contacts. There's link. There's a lot of information on one another. I'm looking at it now, and it's there. So we definitely want to utilize our navigational tool to really, really look, because it's all there and it's all available. Now, with the new members, Mary, Will, Chris, and Scotty, we want to just remind you guys that we are all available for one-on-one calls. We are all available for one-on-one quick chat, just to kind of get a good, personal rapport on one another. And we encourage that we do so that way when we come into these Discord meetings, no one's afraid to speak out. And that's just that's kind of the gist of doing a one-on-one. Going forward, let's get into this project.
Sounds good to me.
Is that my cue to talk? Is that my cue to talk again?
Yeah. Oh, that's your cue.
All right. So the plan was to do a project which basically is going to be a squad website, and this would give everybody an opportunity to do some basic HTML, CSS, not yet get into JavaScript and all front end static website. Nothing crazy, just for us to get a chance, everybody get their feet wet, everybody get tier up, level up a couple levels, just to make sure you feel at least comfortable a little bit with the very basics of what it's about doing front end development. Okay, that was the idea. My job that I volunteered for was to create basically the framework for that, and I have not done that yet, and I'm hoping to have it set up by the next meeting, by Thursday. I'll try to work on it tomorrow night. Basically, I need to go in, create a GitHub repo, and go on my code editor and set up the basic framework of the HTML site with X amount of pages on it. So a page for each member.
Nice.
Because what we're going to do is every person is going to have their own page, which will be your own bio. You can have a background picture. You can have a photo, your own photo. However, anything you want to do on that page, it's your sandbox to do it. If you want it to be just a picture of you and underneath it a little paragraph saying, hi, I'm Marcus. I do this, I do that. I have, whatever. Or if you want it to be more involved, that's going to be kind of up to you, but also you need to do the homework on that as far as if you want to go above and beyond what the basic plan is, you can do whatever you want, but you need to do the homework on it. If you get stuck on it, of course, you can ask for help. But the idea of this, in my opinion, is let's get something done. Okay, let's push the product and work out the bugs later, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some paint on the walls and we'll go back and touch up. Okay, because if we keep trying to make our very first project perfect and wonderful and beautiful and everything else, we're going to be sitting here a long time without any project done. So I think we should just work on getting the framework of it done, which is on me, and then you guys be able to we'll get the GitHub thing going to where you can clone it. You can work on your section, and we can even divide it up in teams, however you want to do it. You can get 2 or 3 people together. They can work on their 2 or 3 pages, those 3 people's pages or 2 people's pages, or however you guys want to do it. You tell me. But I have to build the house before you guys can come in and start painting your rooms the way you want. If that analogy makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, now, question. I definitely have a question. When you're building the house, is there an option where we could witness you doing so?
Yeah.
I love seeing Frank.
Yes. What I could do is
foundation.
I could do one of 2 things. I could either let you guys know when I'm doing it and go into a group call and people can screen share and watch me do it, or I can do it and record.
Yep. And
put it somewhere where you can watch later.
Love it.
If it's done on Discord, obviously it's going to be a limited 10 people in the room, so if who's on wants to watch.
Yeah.
I could also record it and have people there if they happen to be on at the time and want to watch.
Mm-hmm. Love it. I love that.
So I would probably try to work on it.
I would like to into the barcode experience.
Yep. You know, I don't mind. You guys can watch me mess up a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm. While you do that, actually, I think something else that'll help, and we can do this prior. I'd be down to we one-on-one, we walk through it together, and then we could split 2 teams and both be in Discord calls, and then just get everybody, as long as we follow the same kind of standard, get the same understanding.
I think once the framework is done, because the problem with that is I need to frame the house.
Right.
Then we divvy up the rooms. Yeah, okay. Because it won't do you a lot of good to clone, because we're not going to be framing the house. I'm going to be building the house to the north, and you're going to be building the house to the east, and it's going to be a messed up looking house.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm just going to put the skeleton together, and then when you guys clone it, you'll see it, and it'll be broken up in sections, and then everybody will be like, okay, you guys are on these 3 sections, or these 2, or this section. And then if just 1 second, Marcus. Okay. Then as far as the main page, like the landing page and all that stuff, if anybody wants to help like me work on that, then we could be on a team basically just doing the landing page. I would ask for Marcus to be on that team with me because he's already familiar with the barcode animation, all that kind of stuff, which we're probably going to have something like that on the main page if you want. Marcus, you cool with that?
Oh yeah, I'm completely down.
Okay, go ahead. What you were saying, I cut you off, buddy.
No, I was actually gonna say, if anything, of course, just we also record the framing process.
Right.
Kind of talk through it.
Yep,
so people.
I'm down with recording. I'm down with recording any meetings, anything we do as a group that's educational, that somebody who's not here can watch later and learn from it. Yeah. I'm down. We could do a reality show out of this bitch. I don't care.
I want to elaborate on that. I want to elaborate on that thought because GitHub, Craig, as you explained, is a necessary situation for us in securing jobs, in securing projects, and securing our future. Like that's really the engine.
We were supposed to have started that Saturday, but I know we had some scheduling issues, but that definitely needs to be on the list for this
Yeah,
Saturday?
let me clarify
if
something,
anything?
just for the record about GitHub.
Yeah.
If you talk to people that have been recruiter or interviewers before and different stuff, you're going to find a lot of people saying that if somebody doesn't have a link to their GitHub, they go on to the next thing. You have other people that say GitHub's not that important. It's all about what you've made and different stuff. Whatever. Potatoes, potatoes. The people I've talked to that I trust say have a GitHub, use your GitHub. When you make a project, if you post that project like on a portfolio page, you don't just want to have it on there where you can click on it and be like, oh, hey, look, here's a JavaScript calculator Craig made. You want to have a link to the GitHub that shows the code for said JavaScript calculator.
Right.
If you go to, and it's not finished and embarrassing to show this, but if you go to my website or my portfolio page, which is craigwhitting.com, I guess that didn't help either link. If you go to the little menu box in the upper right corner, and it will bring up, I think it's, I gotta remember what I put there. And this is something else too, guys. Do not forget, make a note of it, whatever. Eventually, we're going to get Juanita, actually, if you want to make a note of this, a running note, I'm talking about down the line. I'm talking about go to get ready to start looking for jobs, right? I'm talking about when you're almost done with boot camp, halfway done, whenever you want to start doing it. Cover letters, resume, portfolio, those three things, the holy trinity, whatever you want to call them, those three things you need to know and have them done right, because that is what's going to help you get past that gatekeeper in HR, whether your resume and your projects and your information gets to the person that needs to see it. Because if your resume is garbage, or your links don't work, or your GitHub is wrong, or your cover letter has nothing to do with the job you're applying for, you're killing yourself. You're taking yourself out of the equation before you get started. So if you got a second, go to that craigwhitting.com, click on the upper right corner on the menu, and it comes up when it says projects. Trust me, I never finished this. I got so much work to do on it. So you see the JavaScript calculator, that's got to be fixed. But if you look at it, if you click on the little bar, I think it's blue, but it turns orange when you touch it. If you click on that, it'll take you to the page where you can actually use the calculator. If you click on the GitHub below it, it takes you to my GitHub, right to that repo. Okay? You guys, anybody looking at it, see it?
Yep.
Okay. Now, what did you? I'm on the first page. You said go to click on the right. Has the menus. What did you click on after that? Projects.
Projects, yeah.
Yep.
And I've got other. This is like pixels and some other stuff. Those haven't been done yet, but I have this set up to where once I put the projects there, I can put the GitHub. The idea was I was going to fill this up with 5 projects, and as I made better projects, like I said before, it's like having a 5-car garage and you got 5 cars, right? You start out with 1 car. Once you got 5 cars, you got 5. But as you get nicer, better cars, you start replacing the oldest hoopty with the next car, right? Mm-hmm. So when you make a portfolio, your resume is going to point to this page. With me, I've got craigwhitting.com. I got the domain. I paid for it, all that stuff. So you're going to get to a point where as you do projects that are job worthy, and when I say job worthy, I don't mean to-do lists and hangman, okay? I'm talking about e-commerce sites, realty sites, something with maps on it, all kind of cool stuff, and you'll get there eventually. But my point being is, sorry, I got a wrong screen. With the GitHub, it's not just about having a place to push your code so you can go back later and look at it. It's about learning it because these employers want to know that you can work on projects with other people. And once we do this, even on a very simple, basic level, that's going to give you that experience to know how to work as a team, how to clone a repo, how to contribute to a repo, how to merge, all these different things. Okay, these are job These are tools that you're going to use on the job. So that's why I want to keep it simple. Make a frame a basic house. Give everybody their rooms to work on. We can always, like I said, let's get some paint on the walls. We can touch up later.
Okay.
Right.
So input on that.
Yeah, to kind of ride those coattails. To get the paint on the walls, can we? So for the objective before Thursday's meeting, I think we could or before next Monday's meeting, I should say. You should, I don't know how many you want on a team to get started, and we could do the 10-person call initially for the skeleton to get that design. We should plan, whatever time you have available. I know you have your study block on Saturdays. If we could do that this Saturday, I don't know.
Saturday might work good because guys, don't forget one thing, and I hate to sound like a weenie and whatever, but I also work a full-time job during the day. So if I fail you, if I promise to have something done like Thursday and I don't get done, I swear it's only because life happened. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you guys wanted, like whenever you're like in like the groove of getting that framework done, just holler at the squad.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I ain't trying to press.
No.
Plain English, like you're not restricted to doing anything, by any deadline. Like
no. I didn't mean like that at all. I'm sorry. What I just meant was if I try to
push. And when you're ready, it's not you trying. When you get that inspiration to work on the skeleton and the framework, give us a shout.
I need to get it started though, because for us to get the ball rolling, to get people working on projects, the foundation has to be laid.
We with you.
So we can, So I'm gonna do my best to have it ready to do by Saturday. And then we can do a study thing Saturday night and watch.
I'm gonna call you Wednesday. I'm gonna call you Wednesday evening. We'll sit down, we'll talk, and we'll go ahead and iron it out, to lay it out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and by Saturday, we'll have something scheduled. We'll just work it out like we talked about, and then from there.
What I would love to have is have that basic framework laid out and a repo made. And then when we meet up on Saturday, I could be like, all right, guys, check this out. Go to GitHub. Go to my GitHub right now. You see the one that says Barcode website. Click on that. Click on clone. Download that to your GitHub. And then everybody can be sitting there like a classroom. They'd be like, okay, everybody's got it on their computer now, right? It's sitting there on their computer. Here's what we're gonna do. And then we can start divvying up. This is your little sandbox right here. You're gonna work on this, and your team's gonna work on that. Hopefully by Saturday, we can make that happen.
So this is my thing, because remember we're still kind of like I don't want to say a week behind, but we were gonna do the GitHub last week. So I personally think this week could be just kind of slowly scaling up, dealing with getting the framework portion done. Saturday we do the GitHub training, so we can be on the same page with that, so everybody can have that locked up. And then following next week, we actually focus on starting the actual page.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
because the GitHub, we all need GitHub. We all need to understand how that works.
It would be easier to show you the GitHub at the same time.
Okay,
there's something for you to actually do with GitHub. So
that makes sense.
Trust me, I'm not saying it's easy, but at the same time, I don't think I have a problem getting the framework done and ready for us by Saturday.
Okay, yeah, if we can intertwine.
And then Saturday we can basically do a whole GitHub. Learn GitHub while we're actually cloning the repo all at the same time.
No, that makes complete 100%.
All I ask is between now and Saturday, and this only applies for that part. Anybody that wants to watch me do stuff between now and then, that's fine. You won't need this. Anyone listening to the sound of my voice, you need to have a GitHub profile created. If you need help with that, let us know. Type it in text. I don't know what GitHub is. Help. Okay. And you need a code editor. Preferably Visual Studio Code. If you don't know what that is, help with that. Type it in text.
Yeah, okay. Everybody,
whether you're on Mac or PC,
like you
guys,
just said,
everybody needs to. I'm giving you all homework for Saturday. Please be ready for that, because if we're going to start doing that Saturday, get what you need, get the help you need, be ready to roll. Number 2 pencil in hand, sharpened, ready to go Saturday. Okay, we don't have time to sit there for an hour trying to get everybody up to speed on how to even get into their stuff. Let's get that ironed out between now and then. Does that sound fair?
Fair.
Yep.
And just like Mark just did, I apologize for continuing to cut you off. I didn't mean to do that, Craig. But
no. I talk all the time. How would you ever how would you ever say anything if you don't?
Just like Craig, Mark just did, or Scott, just put GitHub help so we can actually make sure whoever needs it, we can kind of parking lot that and put everybody in the same field, and then maybe we can set up like a little short meeting, even if it's a visual, so we can go through that with whoever needs that assistance.
Okay, so Mark or Scotty needs help with GitHub. Mary needs help with GitHub.
So I'm going through individually. I'm just getting everybody the link to GitHub so they can at least get the accounts created.
Mm-hmm.
Right now.
Right. I would suggest creating GitHub accounts. So start there. Mary and Scotty, Chris, Will. If you don't have it, well, yeah, I see some GitHubs drop.
Yeah, I got my GitHub created already. I posted my name in
now,
there.
Awesome.
What we should probably do is, like, right now, this is fine. We're finding out who needs what. Eventually, as a group, I think we should get acclimated with using Trello. And then when we are on a certain step of the process of doing all this, anything you feel like, oh man, what am I doing? Are these guys, am I doing this wrong? Trello, or reach out on Discord to somebody and be like, hey man, you got a second? Hey, I'm doing this on here, and am I doing this right? Communication is key. If you get stuck on something, don't sit there for a week and not ask for help. Just ask for help. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to try to find the answer. Get somebody to find the answer. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel embarrassed that you got to ask a question. By all means, do it.
Imposter syndrome reminder. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, and don't let Tasha fool you. She's all quiet and stuff, but Tasha knows more about everything on here. Uh-oh.
I like how that was just cute to throw you under the bus. I like that.
I know. I saw that microphone, that mute. Nope. Shut up, Kurt. That's funny. Okay, so talk about that for a minute. Get that lined up. I'm quick. You guys talk about something else for a second, okay? While we still got people.
Anybody else need help with at least getting started creating the GitHub account? Everybody got the links?
I already got mine created. Could I like type in something to find like the Squad B project or whatnot?
Good job.
So 1 second, I'm gonna go grab the project from Craig's page.
Or what would you need? Like my GitHub name or my email?
Yeah, you can post your GitHub name, and I can find you from there, and I'll follow you. And should be able to see. I don't know. I actually don't know if there's a way to see all of the people I follow. I think you can. Yeah, you can. And then we could just share each other's follows list, basically.
All right. Guys, I just threw up a couple examples. Basically, go on YouTube, search GitHub for beginners. Trust me, there's a 12 dozen different videos. Find one that you like or makes the most sense to you. Feel free to check some of those out, because this way, when we start talking about it Saturday, you're not going to be like, what's a GitHub? Take a minute, even if it's just on your phone and you're driving in traffic, play the YouTube video, just listen to these guys talk so they're explaining some of the stuff. At least it'll make more sense when we get to it, okay? Just do me that favor so we're not all completely green about it. I'm not going to show you how to reinvent the wheel on GitHub. We're just going to learn the basic stuff we need as a group to use it, clone stuff, contribute to the process. Think of it like this. Let's use the analogy like we're building a house, okay? So let's say we have the blueprints. We're architects and we're designing a house. And I'm going to come along and I'm going to draw out the framework of the foundation. Okay, our house is going to fit in this footprint. It's going to be a 2-story house, this many square feet. And I'm going to go in and draw out the framework for the house. And then you guys are going to come in and you're just going to pull the blueprints for like the garage or the kitchen or the bathrooms or the living room. And then you're going to work on those. And then you're going to take them back and you're going to add them back to the blueprint so that the house goes together. That's all we're doing. We're just framing this out how we want to do it. We're going to divvy up assignments so different people can work on their own areas, and then it's going all back together. So at the end of the day, when you look at that house, it's complete, and we build it all together. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And some of you guys are already in boot camp. Some of you have done some HTML, some CSS. Some of this stuff, maybe you've never actually sat down and coded it, so it'll be familiar to you. That's awesome. A couple of you guys have never touched any of it. It's going to be a learning experience, but we got to start somewhere. We're not on the same page, but we can definitely help each other to get to the same point.
What else do we have that's new? Will, you want to post your GitHub name? Give you a follow right now.
Actually, the Academind, 5 commands you should know, the second one I posted there, that Academind, if you're familiar with him, is Maximine Schwartzmiller. He makes a ton of YouTube videos that I like. He's got a little bit of an accent, but he's good. If you try that one, see how it says remote, clone, fetch, pull, push. Okay, those are 5 you're going to probably be using. Init, add. There's a few you'll see as we start using it. So I'd say definitely check that video out. Okay, while we're ironing this out, anybody that's been quiet have any questions or comments or anything they want to say or ask?
Side note, newcomers. We're not just working on the project. Anybody in boot camps and stuff like that, anybody working on anything, any side work they're having issues with, we have Discord we have the general chat. We have specific text chats for all that information. If you got any specific questions for CSS, JavaScript, any one of the schools specifically, definitely throughout the week, anytime, literally anytime, just post in there. Somebody will get back to you. Somebody will definitely be willing to help. We've got a few of our members are usually pretty much always on Discord, so you should get some type of response. So,
yeah, mine's usually
outside of the project.
Also,
mine's usually logged on.
Out of curiosity, I was just wondering. No, you're fine. I was just wondering what everyone was actually taking, if they've made a decision on the school or anything like that, just so we know what route you are going.
Well, I got one thing. I need help on Flexbox. So if anybody know Flexbox, I need help.
Reese, I have the perfect thing for you.
Here we go.
And I'm gonna be your best friend ever. Hang on.
Okay.
And if you guys have a chance to save this as a favorite on your browser, yeah, Renika beat me to it. Renika stole my thunder.
Okay.
You got Flexbox Froggy too.
I did that already. I did that one. I did that when I'm on zombies now. So I'm still.
Oh, you do have zombies already. Oh man.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna be the hero. But I think zombies is pretty good. Even if you don't finish the whole thing, if you can get like halfway through, you're still gonna learn so much more about Flexbox that you didn't know, I think.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. There is some pretty cool stuff out there, guys. And if you notice on the left side of the chat room, up above where the text channels are, coding challenges, coding questions, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Ruby, helpful links and resources, YouTube channels to watch. So keep an eye on those from time to time. We will try to put links there, pin links there for different stuff. If you have questions in CSS, HTML when you're going through your whatever learning courses you're doing or prep courses, you can post questions in there where people can specifically talk about, CSS in that channel. And then this way, the reason why we do that is somebody else comes in later with a question, they might see the same question. And there it is. That is Brandy, isn't it? B Cotton, isn't it, Brandy? Wasn't she a new member?
I'm not 100% sure. Anybody know?
I thought it was. I have to check CK app. I thought there was a Brandy.
I believe there was a Brandy added.
Oh, sorry, Chris. I just saw that.
She said yes, it is.
Yep.
Okay, Chris and Will, I got your text, guys. Get back with you. We'll do a call. Figure out when to do one.
Okay, so this is everyone I have. I apologize if I left out any names. Go through, click on all the links, follow everybody. Those are all the GitHubs I have currently. I will be adding more. I got a list of them saved, and I will be adding to it as we go. Oh, wait. Wow, that's a fail. Forgot one. Mine.
GitHubs. Yeah, guys, if you're trying to figure out what we're talking about with GitHub, so you're going to make a profile on GitHub, but we also have to add each other or follow each other, because in order to, okay, there's Brandy, somebody grab her and pull her down here. In order to clone the repos and do the stuff we're going to do with GitHub, we're going to need to have each other added on there, okay? So make sure once you get on GitHub, that you find everybody and follow everybody. If you need help with that, again, let us know. There you go. Brandy, you can hear us. Okay. All right, you're in the right place. We got you.
Yep.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We're about to finish a meeting here in a second. Hey, Chris, were you able to read this one? Marcus?
My bad, say that again?
Were you able to record this meeting?
Yes, I actually am recording it. I'm on it, brother.
Awesome.
I started maybe
Brandy,
like 3 minutes into it, but I got the 95, 98% of what we've been talking about, so we're Gucci.
Brandy, we'll try to get you the info on the meeting so you can check it out later, just whatever you missed if you'd like to do that. Mm-hmm. It's 95% me talking. I'm warning you, and then the rest is a bunch of important stuff.
Is she? I see her thing blinking, but I don't actually see. I don't hear anything anyway.
Oh, I can hear. Can you guys? Anybody else hear?
No, I can't hear.
Yeah, I can. I'm not sure why.
I can hear her.
That's weird.
Hi, Brandy. That's Brandy. I be Cotton. Hi, baby. Yeah. So let's get a little quick intro before we close out from Brandy.
Yep. And I also, before she starts, I also have something to tell y'all before the meeting ends too. So.
Hey.
All right. That was beautiful.
Yo, it was a total blank spot for me. I literally didn't hear nothing. That's crazy. I feel like I'm being left out right now.
Oh, you might need to log in and out though, Marcus.
I can hear everybody else.
Your internet might be.
That is weird.
Thank you for sharing, Brandon. Welcome to Barcode. It does.
Yes.
It makes a difference. But we could pull you out of there. That's the dope part of Discord.
Yep. So usually when we have the group meetings, we usually jump in the barcode squad assembled. The other 3 voice channels are for any other occasion. You know, if you want to just, you and a few other people are talking about, some work or something, you just take one of the channels. We can make more if we need them. And they're there. That's really all that is. So.
Ow.
Yeah, that's the one we're all currently in. So yeah, when you join Voice Chat 1, I was able to pull you into Barcode Squad Assemble Chat. So if you do join one of those for a meeting, somebody can just pull you in. It's fine either way.
Can I?
It is because there is no such thing.
Well, congrats.
Yeah, first, congrats.
Right.
And second,
Yes.
that's a stupid question.
What are you there?
What's that? You said CF what?
Yes.
The CS web development.
For Lambda, I think that's the computer science, right?
See,
That makes sense.
Isn't Lambda doing do they have I know they've got multiple curriculums. They got different courses, right? Isn't there a CS course?
When I was looking, I didn't see that. I'm just curious
No,
because
they don't have a CS course.
that's what I thought.
I actually got an
What is the
email.
CS then?
I think it's supposed to be full stack, but I also got an email. Well, I guess I'm kind of telling it now, but I just got my acceptance letter. So in the acceptance letter, it does say CS web development. So I was going to send them a message back to make sure. But I think it's supposed
Is
to
that
be
through Lambda though? The one you're talking about too?
Yeah,
Lambda, the full stack includes the computer science.
I was going to say, I wonder if they're calling it CS because they do have some computer science in that.
Well, that's everybody.
full-time.
Everybody who got accepted today got CS, but I got accepted like last week, and mine says full stack. So
But
that's all.
the buttons are so close.
No.
They probably
They
just
probably changing the program again.
yeah. So I'm gonna send them a message anyway on my
okay.
end. Yeah, I'm gonna send them a message just to clarify to make sure. But I believe that it's supposed to be full stack.
I saw quite
It's
a bit.
full stack because I'm in full stack right now, and I'm looking right at the screen. It's full stack. So unless they just changed it, and I started last week, so
Yeah, I think that's. I think they may have just had a
I just thought that was
mistype, a
weird.
misprint.
Unless they made some changes, because I saw last week in the other Discord chat that I'm in, a guy that just graduated Lambda was posting a bunch of Slack chatter that a lot of Lambda students on Slack were pissed off last week about some changes they made, where they were having some students doing some of the teaching or something. Does that Reese know anything about that?
Yeah, the project managers, like I think like in week 15 now, they making some of the students become project managers.
Yeah, and I think some of the other students are kind of butthurt about that because they don't want other students teaching them. They think they're paying too much money. They want instructors paying or teaching them. So there's kind of a lot of drama going on. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it fizzles out.
I mean,
We'll see.
I would think
I
just
hope
like
so.
that. I would, in all honesty,
like before I start, because I got a little while before I actually began.
yeah, I would. Me personally, I don't know. I don't think it's really a bad idea. I think it gives you some experience in being a leader before, and you have something to add to your resume before you go into the job field to be like, yo, I was a project manager.
I have my own opinion on it. I think that Lambda they can't get enough instructors to cover it all.
That's possibly too. I mean,
But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't care who's teaching me as long as they know what they're talking about.
As long as they that's my thing. As long as you know what you're talking about, just be able to teach me, bro. Like I just don't want to deal with somebody.
At the end of the program,
yeah,
and you're almost at the end. They're having you like really help somebody at the
15
beginning.
weeks is midway though. 15 weeks is midway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 15 weeks, but
that's what
they
they
should
that's,
never see
that's
a
what
day.
they doing though.
I look at it like this:
I'm saying,
15,
but
15
so
weeks
are they
in.
having them teach what they're currently in, or they're teaching like
They
the start of the
currently
program?
in. They currently in. They like maybe a couple weeks before me. Like I mean, a couple months. You know, a couple weeks. I'm week 2. They week 15.
I look at it like if you're on a job though and you working 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, within 3 months, yo, you should be able to teach somebody the stuff that you're learning at the beginning.
Yeah, it does help us
now,
stick better.
if we in the same class together, and you trying to teach me, yeah, that's something different. But if you are 3 months ahead of me, yo, you should definitely be able to teach me the skill sets you learn.
It's kind of like a TA in college, right?
Yeah.
Too.
I just look at it like, yo, okay, so I can add the terminology. I can add project manager to the terminology on my resume. Me personally, I look at that as an upgrade. That's just gonna add more money to my check. I'm me.
I think the reason why Lambda's doing it, because I know they say like on their website that they have clients that are specifically looking to hire their students coming out. So that may be something that the client like we need them to come in with some project manager experience.
Right. That's a check. That's a bigger check,
not
yo.
impossible.
Yeah, that's a bigger check. I'm thinking about the money. That's a bigger check.
I have seen some examples of jobs that are advertised that says required computer science bachelor's degree or proof of completion of Lambda school required. So Lambda's getting a rep out there where there's companies actually looking for Lambda grads, you know, and they're putting in the same bucket with college grads. So that's a good thing.
I'm all for it, especially since this is like one of the main things that I'm doing for me. Like I've got my kids to a good place, and Mama wants one thing, and this is definitely going to be my thing. I've been enjoying my journey.
Nice, beautiful. That's you, Brandy?
Yes. I told Samira a couple weeks back that I actually applied for Lambda before I found the CK app. I applied back in December, and I got absolutely nowhere with it. And then I saw the CK app on Facebook, and I signed up. And within 21 days, I went from not doing anything to being probably halfway finished with the Lambda pre-course, accepted into Flatiron and Lambda.
Nice.
And I've actually built my habit in really learning and enjoying and watching everything click, doing different things, whatever I see, I'm all in.
Nice.
So CK definitely made a huge difference for me.
Hey guys, can we get Brandy up to snuff real quick on the other stuff? We just got the other new people. Trello, GitHub, VSC, Visual Studio.
Yes, I do have a GitHub. I haven't done anything on it, but I do have one.
Okay. Do you use Visual Studio Code?
Do I use what?
Do you happen to use Visual Studio Code as your code editor?
I did download that after watching German. I did download that, so I have that on my
computer. You saw German? I tell you what.
Yeah. And I subscribe to him as well.
Hang on a second. I mean, you guys talk amongst yourselves. Give me a second. Go ahead.
So as I do it, just for filler, Randy, I'm about to send you a bunch of links. Send you everybody else's GitHub profile. You can post yours in here. Everybody else can follow you. Send you the link to our Trello board, our Twitter page, and you can get you caught up on the Trello board probably being, in order, the most important thing for you to get up to speed with, because that's where we have all our, it's pretty much where we're going to be doing all our planning and organizing and group activities. We got all our individual group information or individual information cards on there. You know, everybody's got their name and their profiles, Twitter, you know, GitHub, phone numbers, emails. So I'm sending you all those links now, and we can catch you up to speed on what we've covered so far. In the meantime,
I need help writing a profile because seriously, I get lost in just talking about my family and not saying anything about myself.
I was trying to.
Okay.
Guys, I was trying to see.
Okay.
I was trying to see if German was online. I was gonna invite him and pull him in here. I was gonna make our guest speaker again in the meeting and say hi, but maybe we'll get him next time.
Okay.
I just want him to appreciate how many people have actually not just watched that thing he did, but like how big a step it was for him to do it. He was really nervous about doing it. I just want him to know how much people appreciate him doing that. I'm talking about German.
Oh, I definitely enjoyed watching him work.
Good. Well, I talked to him tonight. He asked me if we wanted him to do any more.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna say yes, because I've had nothing but good feedback. People said they really liked that he did that.
So my name on GitHub, and I created a GitHub because when I was doing my paperwork for Lambda, it asked if I had one, so I created one then. The name I have on there, so my name will be github.com and then /bcotton52. Is that right?
Yeah. Look up your page.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do I just need to type that in the message?
Yep.
Okay.
Put the HTTPS on it so it'll automatically go to that page as well. Just like you would in the actual address bar, if that makes sense.
So that's what I have right there. Oh, you said in the HTTP. I heard you too late.
You good. You good. Just copy it. What is that? What is that?
Sounds like every time somebody types or something, it's doing a laser beam.
My phone vibrates like with every keystroke I press. So maybe that's what it was that you heard.
Sound like a little laser.
Was that right?
It sound like a little laser being shot. I got you.
Got the S.
There you go. Thank you.
You should sell that as an app.
Huh?
You should make an app out of that. You could probably make money.
Some of the laser beam?
Yeah, make it every time you tap on your phone, it sounds like you shoot laser.
It literally, like my phone just vibrates. That's what I have it, the little tactile setting. Other people don't like it though. When they use my phone, they have to type something. They don't like feeling the vibration under their finger.
I do. I keep that on my phone.
Okay, so I see the message here now.
Trello board. Here is the BA Twitter page. What else we got?
Oh man.
So I gotta sign up for that. So that's it, just following the Twitter and doing the Trello board.
Yeah. So as you get to the Trello board, let's see. Once you get to the Trello board, you'll see everybody's names and info, like their little contact cards. You can click on them and get an idea of what they are all about. Everybody pretty much just put a little description about themselves. You don't got to put, a bunch of details. You can just put like the prep course they're in, phone numbers.
Is that Brandy with an
Twitter
I?
handles, emails.
Brandy with an I, yes.
Okay. All right, I got you a card made.
Making a card?
Yep. I think we got everybody. Brandy, Chris, Will, Mary, Shane, Ace, Scotty, Andrea, Marisha, Z, Marissa, Daniel, Marcus, Juanita, Shaka Khan, whatever this guy's name is.
You had it right the first time.
Okay, Chicane, okay. Craig, Tasha, Renika. Are you right down this? Anybody? Should we make one for Timur? Put him to work.
See how many you got.
Put him to work on a page.
10, 12.
The CK coaches, yeah.
Hey, they keep throwing us around, putting us in new groups on the CK app. Put him in a new group. Put him to work.
I have to ask: has anybody interviewed with Thankful and got accepted?
I'm actually working on my interview with Thankful. I'm on the second stage right now. I went through the first interview, passed that one, and I got It's call scheduled for Thursday with Thankful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wednesday with Thankful for interview number 2.
Nice.
Yep.
Because I've heard that they are very, very strict. They are very.
Are they?
I heard somebody that really got put down in her interview with Thankful, and it really discouraged her.
What do you mean? What they say to put her down?
Yeah, I was about to say. Curious as to what.
Like her. So I don't know what she did when she applied, but the guy was like, he was pretty much saying, I don't know, whatever you did to apply, it was wrong because you weren't supposed to end up with the interview, and just pretty much saying you don't know enough, and it pretty much made it out like it was a waste of his time even talking to her.
That's out of line.
I will say this. The only experience I have with, because I did a phone interview with him, showed my interest, and they called me. And when the guy called me, he pretty much was like, "So, have you already read on our website? You already know what all it's about. What kind of questions you got for me?" And I asked a question, and he kind of gave me a half-ass answer. And then when I went to ask other questions, he's like, "Well, I mean, you should be able to find the rest of it on the web. Check. Our time was up. He had other calls to make. And out of talking to Lambda, Flatiron, Thinkful, and even Block, which Thinkful owns, he was, to me, it was like I got a bad taste in my mouth. That 15-minute phone conversation where I was like, you know what, you buddy, I don't, there's other code camps out there, I don't know. That was just my only interaction with him. It could be the same guy.
Maybe it was the same guy.
I'll be on the lookout. Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for that vibe.
I don't remember.
You did the first interview and got through that one, so
yeah, it's true.
They were just like, if your knowledge isn't level, JavaScript, then it's a possible no, just based on what I've been hearing.
If you say that last part again.
Well, she's not in the JavaScript yet, and he was just like, she didn't know enough JavaScript to get accepted, pretty much.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, I thought all the boot camps, most of them, HTML, CSS.
Nah, Lambda, the entire prep course for Lambda is all Java, and the assessment's JavaScript.
Right.
When I took it, you got 45 minutes to 3 code questions. And they have a bucket of different ones, and you're going to get 3 random ones. I think one of mine was ring, and then one of them was like a fizz buzz. If you guys know what fizz buzz is.
Nah, I ain't gotten there yet.
If you get fizz buzz or you want to learn it, basic concept of fizz buzz is taking numbers 1 through 100. If it's divisible by 3 and 5, it's fizz buzz. If it's divisible by 3, it's fizz. If it's divisible by 5, it's buzz. And then you run the loop, and it will print out either fizz or buzz or null. It's a pretty common coding challenge you'll get on job interviews and these boot camps. So if you're not familiar with it,
that I passed the question on Code Wars to get in for JavaScript. I was like, I'm learning something. I felt proud of myself.
Oh yeah, Code Wars is fun too. And we'll get into that later too, guys. When we get into that later too, I'll share anything I found. There are coding challenge websites you can go on to that we can even go on there as teams and do a tournament.
Nice.
Where like 3, 4, 5 of us can go on at the same time, and then you pick which language you want to try to do so many coding challenges, and you get points and stuff, and it's just kind of neat. It's fun. It's challenging. But I can show you that later too.
Yeah.
I have a quick question about Trello. So I'm on here, and the first thing is welcome to Trello, and it says name my board.
Okay.
She needs the link.
Top right.
Huh?
I should. Hold on.
She needs the
You should
link.
see
You need
Barcode
the link to be able to go.
page.
Yeah, to go to ours.
You want to go to Barcode Avengers. It should already be showing up as created.
Yeah, when I clicked on it, it didn't. Let me try it again. It says board not found. This board may be private. If someone gave you this link, they may need to invite you to one of the boards. Team.
Okay.
Did you guys invite her?
I can send you an invite through your email.
Yeah, make sure you invite her from Trello when you click invite. You just give her the link to it.
So, do you have my email?
No, you can just.
Okay. I'm putting it on there now.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure.
All right. Okay. Sent you the invitation.
Okay, great. And I'm following the Facebook page. I mean, not the Facebook. Goodness, Twitter.
Okay. All right. Well, it's 10:45. Everybody's still here.
Word.
And
successful meeting.
That's a fact.
Cool. That's a very successful meeting, but I think it's safe to say we pretty much got everything covered. Quick review over what we want to look forward to going into next week. Objectives. I didn't mean to cut you off, by the way, Brandy.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, so the goal for moving into next week, we want to get, like we've been saying, we want to get the skeleton started for the group website between now and Saturday, or I should say Monday, which is our next power meeting. Between now and next Monday, we want to get some time, get some volunteers with Craig. We got a few already throughout the week to get started with that backbone, to get the infrastructure set up for the website. And going into next Monday, between our Thursday meeting and Saturday, going into Monday, we will be discussing more on what everybody's going to be doing and get everybody kind of set up with their own individual rooms, so to speak, air quotes around that, on this website. So that's our goal. Everything else in between, please encourage everybody, use the Discord, reach out to everybody, talk to each other. And, there's some people who are still wanting to do one-on-ones. Brandy, I know you weren't here for that, but we did a lot of group one or individual meetings with members of the group just to kind of get everybody, on par. If you're interested in that, everybody's got, once you get to the Trello page, everybody's got a names and info card where you can find a lot of phone numbers and Twitter handles, emails, whatever, however you want to reach out. If you want to have one-on-ones just to get to know, the group, feel free. Some people may reach out to you once you get your contact card set up. Whatever, of course, you don't have to put the same info everybody else did. You can put whatever you want, email, Twitter. You don't have to put a number. But, if it's available, everybody's encouraged to use it. If we put our numbers out there, please feel free, contact anybody, talk, let's get together, work as a group, get this done.
Yeah, if you're definitely willing to do a one-on-one, we can either do it on here or I've posted my number, I'll repost it again, so we can connect sometime during the week. I would love to. I've already talked to Will as well as Chris, so I have something scheduled with them tomorrow and Wednesday, but I'm pretty much free, so I'm definitely down.
Okay. Well, typically my availability is 8 to 11 p.m.
Okay.
Because otherwise I'm ripping and running.
That's fine.
Or trying to do a little studying. So
what
I'm trying to get myself in the habit of being available these hours, because that's going to be my school hours.
Understandable. What?
So I'll message you.
What time zone are you in?
Hello.
What time zone are you in?
Say that one more time.
What time zone? Where are you located?
Central.
Central. Okay.
Central
cool.
time zone.
Cool.
8 to 11 Central. Is that an hour?
Yeah. Yeah. That's Central time is right now. Is like what 9:45.
9:45. So. Yeah.
I'm in the same time zone as you, so. But that's my number. If you want to text me, and then we can schedule something whenever. I'm down.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and send you a text now.
All right, cool.
All right.
Cool. I think Juanita posted hers too.
Yep.
I also posted my phone number. I'm available for one-on-ones. I feel like I reached out to everybody I could possibly reach out to. If I didn't speak to you on a one-on-one, please feel free to call me at that number there. I've got so much going on, but I'm really, really making myself available for anyone for the purposes of code.
And Mary, I know you haven't sent anything yet, but if you aren't comfortable with doing so, we can always get on. You don't have to respond now, but we can always get on, like I said, a one-on-one on here, and we can connect as well. So whatever's going to be most comfortable for you.
I'm always available. I don't care. I can be called any time of the day almost, and you'll just hear a lot of extra conversation and just be available to that. Juanita, which number on here do I need to text? The 914 or the 347?
I put 914. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 347. I apologize. Oh.
Yeah, if anybody's got whatever with not giving out their phone number, you can line up times to try to talk to people too. If it's
my phone number? Is 347. I'm sorry. I'm in between phones. So 5064. Yeah, 347-906-5064.
And y'all, I'm gonna be dead honest about me. I'm driven and I'm dedicated, but I'm also forgetful when I get super busy. So if I said I was gonna do something and you don't hear from me, I will not be offended by somebody calling and saying, "Hey, you supposed to be doing this," and I'll pull my brain back together.
No worries. I think we're gonna be doing that to everybody. All of us get that work sometimes.
I can just let it be known. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not offended by somebody reminding me to do something because I'm human and I accept the fact that I'm human. I know I'm not perfect. So definitely remind me. I will not be offended.
Yeah, me neither. I like to get called out. Sometimes I need it. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Well, anything else? Anybody got anything else to finish up with?
Well, I just wanted to say once again, I just got my official letter to be accepted to Lambda while we won the call.
Congratulations.
So,
Congratulations.
Yeah. And they're like swimwear.
You accepted?
Yes, I got my acceptance letter.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Marcus.
Yeah. Tell him you want more money, Marcus.
Man, I need all the munchies. All of it. I need all of it.
Marcus got accepted. Yeah.
Yeah. I was kind of worried because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did mine last week. Juanita got hers the same day. I ain't know what was going on. I was like, hold up. I'm happy, but I'm confused right now. What's going on?
Was it you, Juanita, that got it 3 hours later?
Everybody getting their same day, next day.
I got mine an hour and a half later.
But it was kind of my fault, too, because I did like three different
they
emails.
told me, look for it like days. 2 hours later, it was in my email. I was like, what? Yeah. It probably just depends on what Karen's doing, how busy she is. Bro.
Nah, I also feel like 3 different applications on some real talk to be, you know what I'm saying? So when they called me, they probably didn't know, they didn't even probably see any work that I had done because they was on 2 separate emails or whatever. Because I did another one after speaking to TIMUR about it.
I ain't even gonna hold you though. Like I'm nervous for real, because now it's it's go time.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm Gucci. This is all I need.
Like,
can I give you guys some advice on the prequel?
No, the advice is long gone with. I'm done with the advice. I need help.
What's the advice on the pre-course?
No, I'm saying
what you need help on?
With Lambda.
All that.
JavaScript. Yeah, you need to tackle some JavaScript.
Well, you gotta call me anyway, so.
There you go. Got Reese.
Yeah.
She already been there, done that.
What you a pro?
She's brushing the dust off her arms.
Okay, right.
Yeah, she already in class.
Reese, you a pro? Hold on.
She already in class, yo. Oh, hey, because I forgot you and Lambda. I need to add you to this group that we got going. I got a group strictly.
I need the fellas to give me 1 second. I need to hear from the ladies. You a pro, Reese?
Yeah, this is my second week in there.
Ooh.
Yo, you getting added to the group, Reese. I got a group strictly for Lambda folks. I'm sorry, everybody else. But strictly for Lambda people.
I need to be in there.
Study group.
Marcus.
Yeah, I got you, Brandy.
Marcus.
I got you, Brandy. I'm with you.
Okay.
Already.
All right, can I say something real quick? I just want to ask the lady. Do you guys mind if we create a girl code chat room?
Definitely not.
No, I don't mind.
Ooh,
Oh, now
ooh.
now Renika talking. That's good. That's what
Yeah, I
we
was about
need.
to say.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
Odin.
You should have brought that up last week, Nita.
I did.
It was after the meeting, though. It was after the meeting.
It was after the meeting. You know, I had to speak with the capitanos first. And I spoke to the ladies individually on my one-on-ones. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're gonna set that girl code up. Can I get girl code?
It's
gonna be
right
girl
below
code.
us. It's
So
right
for the
below you.
fellas,
I ain't even gonna
girl
lie.
code.
I don't want to talk to nothing but a male group. Forget them. We good. We Gucci. We just talk on
the sausage.
yeah, it ain't too much testosterone in one space. It's too much testosterone in one. Nah, we good. I talked to them in this meeting. We good. Y'all can have y'all girl code, but we gonna be in this group together. I'm good. I'm in a group with pretty much none but women in my other group, and I'm completely.
I was just trying to play it safe and let you know I was thinking about the bros too.
That's
so
cool.
If you don't want your bro code, it's cool. It's girl code.
We got like 9 other rooms. You know what I mean? Like we good.
We got a guest. Is that German? German?
I'm pulling German in here.
It's lit. Yo, I thought we were signing off. Hold up.
We were. I was trying to get in here.
German in here. Cap just showed up on the green on the side. I just hit him like, "What's up, yo? Where you at?"
Hey.
Hold up, Cap in. It's
Cap told me. I hit him up. He said he wasn't feeling too good earlier, but let's see if he's now to join in.
It's a good night. It's a real good night. Folks, I need y'all to understand this. This is the energy we need in here, folks. All right? Odin.
Yeah.
Set that girl code up.
Yeah, girl code.
It's already on the screen at the bottom.
It's already there.
Ooh!
He put no boys. Ew, that's kind of rude. I'm glad. Well, at least it says no boys. It doesn't say no men. We good. We good.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So here's the deal. Let me tell you.
You see how? Wait, can we agree on this, girls? Now we're gonna talk about this in the girl code. Never mind.
See, I don't even like how that just went just there right there already on top.
Already scheming. You hear that, Mark?
Yeah.
Already scheming.
Yes, spice it up.
No time.
Spice it up. Get out of here. I need to hear from the ladies. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Y'all hear from me all day.
It's all good. All right. Right at you.
Is German in?
He's trying to get in here. He's not gonna be able to talk, guys. Come on.
Yo, I love how this introduces people. It's like we were like, is somebody doing that or
nah? It's automatically built in the system like that.
Yo, that's dope. That's code. Like how it introduces people when they get in.
Oh yeah. So you can also create.
We were expecting you.
You can also create bots that do things too. Discord bots, which maybe we'll try to do that sometime. Like you can type certain stuff in the chat and do stuff. The other Discord I'm in, we actually have a music which you can go into and chill when it's playing. It's playing like lo-fi tunes.
Yeah, because like Discord is like a coding world, right? Like
Discord is just a general chat app, pretty much.
Nah, it does more than that.
Like, no, there's more to it, yeah, but like
it's a communications app. Like, show me what you're working with app.
A lot of people use it for gaming.
Yeah,
that's what I started. That's why I've had it.
Show me what you're working with. You got this game down. Sign on. He in the chat, voice chat room.
Yeah, he's probably. We'll move him down. Somebody got him?
You got him in?
No, he left the chat. There he is.
There he is.
It's the man of the hour.
You guys say hi to German.
German, what's going on? Nice to meet you, brother.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
German, if that's your real name. No, I'm just kidding.
I was born in Germany.
These guys were talking about you, man. I just thought I'd grab you and pull you in here because you're getting some kudos about last Saturday, man. These guys really appreciate you. I just wanted you to know that.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Appreciate you, German. All the way in Cali, right? Heard of?
Yeah. I think he's in San Diego area where he was.
Dope.
Yeah, he can hear you. I feel like he's in a hospital, German's in a coma, and I'm trying to like. It's okay, guys. Just talk to him. He can hear us all. He knows we're here. No, he's got us on his phone, but he's not where he can talk right now, so he can hear you.
German, big ups to you with the good old. I mean, you were amazing. I've been looking at the YouTube playback. I missed the actual session, but anybody that caught it live, like, I know they got great things to say about it.
Well, there's people in other groups when they put us in that circle with with Monty and those guys.
Yeah,
they were all like, hey, thanks for introducing us to German, because their whole groups now are looking at trying to like follow looking forward to more Zoom events and stuff, more workshops too. So, German, you got a full-time gig here now.
Get on board.
People are hungry for some stuff, for some learning.
So we're gonna set something up with German real soon, right, Craig?
Well, he's talking about doing another one.
Okay.
We'll have to figure out when and where and what topic and set up just like we did before. And I think we learned from a couple of the speed bumps from the last one. So I think the next one will be run a little bit smoother, I hope.
Good night, Tasha.
Night, Tasha.
So,
Night, Tasha.
Anybody else that needs to go, I guess we can say the meeting is over.
Oh, yeah. Long
just so
gone.
nobody thinks they hostage. We just all go and chill. Whoever stays, we just chilling now.
Yeah, because I think last time some of us stayed up until like 2-3 in the morning on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you all.
Yep.
Night, Mary. Thank you, Mary. Thank you.
All right, Mary.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Catch you later.
Thank
I'll be
you,
sending
Mary.
out the next meeting link. Be putting it all over the place.
Thank you all.
Yep.
Night, Andrea. Girl code.
good night, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
Yep.
And if there's any founders still around, Jay, you still wanted to have talk about earlier?
Maurice,
yeah.
Full stack.
The Founders HQ chat, Yellow Hats only, and if you look in there.
All right, so we're gonna head in there.
That's just a text chat, just to see. We can just talk in here once everybody's fizzled
We
out.
can just jump to voice channel 1.
Yeah, that's cool.
I guess I'll get on off so you guys can talk.
It's okay. Hey, GC, I know you're on the way home. You've got a guest membership here anytime you want to come hang out, dude. Just so you know. GC, he's subliminally waving to us right now.
All right. Catch everybody later.
All right. German, I gotta hop up in this other voice channel. But thanks for popping in. Hopefully you were able to hear these guys. So I'll talk to you later. Everybody else, we're all done with the meeting. Feel free to do your thing.
Definitely. All right, Chief.
Marcus, come on up.
Yeah. Oh, snap.
Yo.
No. The founders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mauricia, come on up to the other group.
I know she was in the meeting, but I don't know if she's coming or not.
I don't know if Marisa is coming.
Reese, come on up to the other group, y'all. If you're still on the call to voice chat 1.
Maurice.
Okay. German messaged me. He said I heard everything. So at least he heard you guys.
Yeah, I just told Mauricia and Reese to come up to the other group. So.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
All right.
You may want to just notate that voice chat as founders group too, so that you know.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Oh,
That's fire.
Yo, there's so much talent in this group already. Yo, it's fucking
It really
amazing.
is. It's crazy.
All right, let me stop this.
Did he just take your picture and make that already?